Well, we'd always talked about doing the Beth episode. Honestly, right from, I remember Comic-Con after season 1. And I kind of jokingly mentioned a Beth episode, and people loved that idea in the room. And we talked about it a lot. We just couldn't figure out how to do it or where it would get placed.
When you go backwards, you don't want to lose the momentum of moving forwards. So it's almost more important that every single thing that happens when you go backwards is vitally important to moving the story forward, which it just makes it so much harder to write.
I think last year we kind of made a decision during season 3 that we were going to really try to reset the series in a way, like to try to kind of have a climax at the end of season 3 that would allow us to pass a couple of months and sort of reset ourselves. And the way to do that was to begin in the past. It was a desire to do a Beth episode, but from a story point of view, the way it worked was that Beth knew way more than we thought she did.
It was like a whole new character, because as much as we'd sort of talked about Beth and seen her briefly in like flashback videos and like on the platform, the train platform, we didn't really know much about her except like speculation, what Allison said or what Art said or what Sarah discovered in her investigation, being Beth, you know, in season 1. But she was a fully new character for me to develop.
Last year we did a sort of dream sequence with her, but it was a dream. It was Sarah's dream of what her version of Beth was. And this is actually Beth now, so that we get to hang out with.
Because we know all this mythology around her, it was really fun to kind of dismantle that and like see who the real human being was underneath of it. And she's so complicated and has such a darkness to her and such a sort of solitariness. She's not like the other clones where they sort of reach out to each other. She sort of peels herself away in a way that her separation is sort of her ultimate demise.
Shooting the show, it was a fabulous reunion. You know, Matt Frewer was back, Dylan Bruce was back.
When we kill off a character, it doesn't mean we don't miss the actor dearly on set.
You know, once they're buried in the garage, I figure they're done. You know, not necessarily. Not necessarily at all.
The moment that the camera rolled on that first close-up of him and he was just giving his Matt Frewer looks and Dr. Leakey looks, it was awesome. And having Dylan back just felt like we were back at school, like, because he's been around at every season at the beginning of the year, so it was really nice and a really nice way to start off the season.
He was at his very wit's end last time we saw him. We go back to when he's clean-shaven. He's going to the office still, isn't he? And, you know, living that lie. It's hard to get your head around sometimes. It really is. It's complicated.
We had a number of characters that had only been really seen in season 1. Just even smaller characters like Raj or Angie, Art's partner in season 2. All these characters kind of making a return was really fun. Like, it seemed like every other day someone new would show up on set and you'd be like, hugs, I haven't seen you. It was very interesting. It's certainly a very new tone and an approach for Orphan Black.